Hello and welcome to this video. In this, I'm going to provide a step-by-step explanation for an effect I posted recently titled The Queen's Edict. If you haven't seen that performance, I'll leave a link in the title of this video, that way you can more easily locate and use that as reference when practicing this. Another thing I'd like to quickly mention is that there are multiple methods and techniques that could be implemented throughout each phase of this effect. However, I'll just be going over the methods and techniques that I used in my performance of this. So, without further ado, let's begin. To start, simply place any four of a kind on the top of the deck. I'll be using the four queens as I did in the performance video. Also, you'll want to start in this sort of arrangement as opposed to alternating. That way, at the end of this effect, you'll have the same color queens sandwiching each selection. So the first thing we want to do is give the impression that we are simply counting off the four queens and placing them off to the side. In reality, we need to switch these three queens for the top three face down cards. So to do that, I do a pinky count and catch a break below the top three cards. I'd strongly recommend this method. However, if you're uncomfortable with the pinky count, you can also just push off three cards and catch your break that way. In which case, when I start, I push over the top four and an additional three, and as I turn these queens over, I catch my break like so. From here, place the queens on the top of the deck, and you're going to transfer to a thumb break, which will add the top three face down cards like so. At the same time, with the tip of your thumb, you're going to pull up a single card and hold it like this. Now you want to be careful because it's easy to flash from this side. So what I do is I use the pad of my thumb to bevel, to push in, and just bevel that single card in a little bit, and it'll greatly reduce your chances of flashing. From here, I just use my thumb, and you're going to strip off the top three queens as you count. You do not have to maintain a break for this, so just count 1, 2, 3, and then when you get here, you're going to come over and drop that single card in the action of squaring these up, and then just place them off to the side. Now you have this situation, so be careful to not flash here, and then you have the three queens here. From here, you want to get those three queens on the bottom of the deck. If you're using an already broken in deck, there should be a natural break, and you can just transfer to the thumb break and simply execute a double undercut and bring them to the bottom like so. From here, you need to catch a break above that bottom queen. You can either use your index finger to buckle and catch your break like that, or just simply thumb count a single card off and catch your break. Now, I execute a swing cut, and you need to steal off that bottom queen onto this top half, like that. When practicing this, I noticed that it's very easy to flash when doing this. So what I do is I catch my break, and then I'm going to bring this back first into a gambler's cop, and now when I execute the swing cut, it'll provide a lot more cover. You'll set this half down, and now you can just simply square these. And from here, for the first selection, we need to have the card selected and controlled to the bottom below that queen. The way I do this is, instead of this traditional sort of spread where it has this kind of arch at the bottom, instead I want to keep the spread kind of straight and tight. So I spread, and let's say this was the selected card. My middle finger is at the long edge right here, just slightly overhanging on this long edge. That way I can move this spread toward the card below and use my thumb here, and I can line these up, and then you can display like this. Also, if you have a hard time lining that card up, I'll place my ring finger right below on this long edge, and that'll provide a little more stability and support, so you can efficiently line those up and then display. Now from here, notice the position of this top spread is kind of at this upper corner of this bottom half. That allows me to put my thumb here And now you're going to call this card like so, and then bring this spread back down. So you call, bring this back down, and now you can spread this bottom half and allow that card to go to the bottom of the deck, like so. So let me show you that one more time. Have a card selected, remembered. Place it on the bottom. Now I kick this card out just a little bit, and I'm going to place this half down. And now for the second selection, we're going to essentially do the same thing. I'm going to spread, get that double, show it. I'm going to call this. However, this time, when I bring it down, you don't want this card to go to the bottom. Instead, you want to load it right above this bottom queen right here. To do that, once I get to this position, I'm going to use my index finger to apply pressure and push in, and it's going to buckle this bottom card, which will allow that call card to be inserted right above. So let me show you that again. Get the selection, call it. Once I get here, I'm going to buckle. So from this point of view, what they're seeing, they can't see this, but you got the card buckled, and now you can insert that. I do the same thing, kick this over, place it here, and now you're pretty much done at this point. You're just going to square these up, and now I'm going to cut, but I'm only going to cut about a fourth or a third of the deck. So a small portion here. Now you're going to pick these up, and again, be careful to not flash any of this. So carefully pick these up, place them here, and then you're going to complete the cut, and now you're done. As soon as you spread, you'll have each selection sandwiched. So bam, I got the ace and the 8 of spades. Thank you for tuning in for this. These videos can be quite tedious and time consuming. To motivate me to do more in the future, you can show your support by simply liking this video or subscribing to my YouTube or TikTok. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this. Good luck, and I'll see you on the next video.